Today, I'm putting myself to the test by trying to spot all the ways we might be getting guilt-tripped in our daily lives. Can I figure out who's really pulling the strings? Guilt tripping is a powerful emotional manipulator that can creep into our relationships, often leaving us feeling drained and uncertain. It's a behavior where someone makes you feel responsible for their emotions or well-being, usually to get you to do something you might not want to do. Imagine constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid hurting someone else's feelings, only to find yourself stressed and anxious. Have you ever felt like you're the emotional anchor for someone else, where their happiness or sadness directly impacts your actions? This is a classic sign of guilt tripping. You might find yourself constantly trying to manage their emotions, just to keep the peace. Another indicator is when you're pressured into doing things that make you uncomfortable, simply because the other person will get upset if you don't comply. Sometimes, guilt tripping can be subtle. It might start with a seemingly innocent comment or a helpless expression. But over time, these behaviors can escalate, leaving you feeling trapped and responsible for the other person's emotional state. You might even begin to doubt your own needs and desires, just to avoid feeling guilty. People who guilt trip others often do so because they've learned it's an effective way to get what they want. It can stem from a deep-seated need for control or a fear of being rejected or abandoned. In some cases, they might not even realize they're doing it, as it's become a habitual response to get their way. Guilt tripping works by preying on our natural empathy and desire to help others. When someone makes you feel responsible for their pain or happiness, it can trigger a strong response to alleviate their suffering. But here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. Constantly prioritizing someone else's emotions over your own can lead to burnout and resentment. Recognizing guilt tripping is the first step to breaking free from it. When you become aware of these manipulative behaviors, you can start setting boundaries and taking control of your interactions. This might mean saying no without feeling guilty, or expressing your own needs and desires without fear of rejection. By acknowledging these patterns, you empower yourself to make choices that align with your values and well-being. You deserve to be in relationships where your feelings are respected, and where you're not constantly walking on eggshells. To wrap things up, being aware of guilt tripping and taking steps to protect yourself can transform your relationships and mental health. It's about recognizing the signs, understanding the psychological games at play, and taking back control. If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you felt like you were being guilt-tripped, share your experiences in the comments below. Your stories can help others feel less alone and more empowered. Also, check out my video on setting healthy boundaries in relationships, it's a game changer.